Hey everybody, welcome to MLB 17 The Show, and today we will be doing something different, a new series called Road to the Show. This episode is number 1. So, my player is called Jonny Cannon. Well, there's no specific reason why I chose the first name and second name. Well, who cares? I kind of like Jonny, and Cannon is a pretty cool last name, like Nick Cannon. The former host of America's Got Talent. So Jonny Cannon, he is 6'2" tall and 200 pounds, which is completely in proportional to my current height. I am 5'9", 160 pounds. Well, in this episode, I just want to talk about my baseball life throughout my 11 years. So I started baseball at the age of 7, and now I'm 18 years old. Well, during those periods, there were a lot of ups and downs, and at one moment I decided to quit. That was at the age of 9. It was hard because I didn't find like the happiness when I trained, and when I joined a team, their training are pretty intense. We used to train at like 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock in the morning until we finish at 5 o'clock. We only have 1 hour of lunchtime, or 1 hour and a half. And well, there are some breaks in between, but that was not enough at that time, because living in Hong Kong is well, especially in summer, it was really hot. It's really hot every year. So approximately around 30 to 35 degrees. And as a kid, when you are at the age of 8 to 10, you're still pretty small. But you still have to train under that extreme condition. Well, we did get plenty of water, but the whole training system is just pretty intense. So as I said, I started baseball at the age of 7 years old. I joined a organization, but they do not value about. They didn't start any friendly game for us, so I still didn't have that kind of baseball knowledge. So I transferred. So I went to the other team, another organization called Sha Tin, and I played there for 7 years. Yeah, 7 years. I joined the Hong Kong Little League at the age of 8. That was when I started to experience some games, which kind of helped me a lot, well, in a lot of perspectives. Well, of course, the coaches were pretty tight. Well, they're obviously, when I look back, they are all great coaches, to be honest. Well, at that time, they were pretty harsh on every single kid. Even who cares about you're 7 or 8 or 9? You're still getting that same kind of hard work from anybody in your team. So I cried. Yeah, I'm a pretty emotional person, but when I was young, I used to cry every time when I practiced because I didn't want to. Especially, I don't really like to train with the senior kids who were around 1 to 2 years older than me. So that is why I kind of hate training with the others. I would rather train with my own team. But when you look back, is kind of a disadvantage, because you have to train with the older kids, then you get the perspective of how to improve yourself. At that time, I didn't have that kind of thoughts, so I'm kind of a pussy, to be honest. Well, when you look back, no, just very grateful that the training system was pretty harsh, because now I achieve a lot of things in my career so far in my baseball career. So, for example, I represented Hong Kong for 3 times in the Hong Kong Little League, including Major All-Star, Junior All-Star, and also Senior All-Star. And at the age of 9, I decided to quit. I was pretty determined to it. But once when I went back to the club and I saw all my teammates were putting their smile and they said, "Major, come back. We need you." And because of that specific moment, which kind of triggers me, and I went back to play baseball. I was thinking about if I did not um, if I did not go back. I'm not sure what happened to me right now. Well, probably I'm a pretty lazy kid trying other stuff, other sports. But baseball is a very fun sport once you understand the whole game. Yeah. So so from that moment on, I didn't have a thought of quitting, and that and when I was 10, we were uh, our team. We only had 9 players in total, and we have a whole season to go through. Well, the struggle was that we every players have to attend every game, but one of us decided to quit, or one of them was sick or anything, then our pretty much our result is gonna get screwed. Even well, include the whole result. So the first half of the season we started out pretty well. We I think we won every game, except the first season final. Well, that moment I hit my first home run, and that was a grand slam. I remember we were playing against a Japanese team and we are down by 5. Well, we were losing 5-1. And then that was I think that was the final inning. That was the 4th inning. I tied the game with my grand slam. That was my first home run. I didn't know what I was thinking. I just kind of hit the ball, connect with the ball. That's it. But didn't know the ball just fly away. That's my first home run. But in the end, we lost that game 6-5. Well, that's okay because that was the only that's the first season only. And my second season, our team we came back all the way through. We won every game, and we beat the same team that we lost to the Japanese team in the first season. I think that was 7-5. Yes, and we didn't hit home run in that game, but it was a very intense game where we were down by 6, and in 1 inning we have a rally. We got 7 back, so that would be like 7-5. We were down by a lot. In the end, the last inning I have to pitch. Well, all my teammates, I think there were 3 of them are pitchers. They're all sore and tired, exhausted. So I have to come and pitch. I'm not a pitcher. I'm an infielder, but now I'm an outfielder. I'm kind of a utility guy in a lot of coaches' perspective. I can play a lot of positions, except first base because I'm kind of a little bit short. Well, that doesn't matter. And I pitched last inning, and I pitched 10 consecutive strikes, and we won the champion with 9 men all the way through. That was my first silverware team, and then until now that was still my first silverware for the team. So I went on to the majors, and then as a youngest one in the majors, I had a starting job at third base. It was hard because when you play at the hot corner, especially third base, and a lot of course, right-handed pitchers, no, right-handed batters. There were a lot of right-handed batters in this world. When they pull the ball down the line, and I'm the man who has to guard the line, and they hit pretty hard, but I wasn't scared at all. I fielded all the balls. At that time, my batting average and on-base percentage was the highest in the team. And being an 11-year-old kid, which is impressive. So after that, I went to the Major All-Star, and a lot of I experienced a lot of different training systems. For example, Japanese system, American system, Taiwanese system. all system that I have experienced, which is really tough, especially Japanese because they are pretty harsh on every kid. But that's a benefit to all the players because we put in the hard work, we will improve, and in the end we all did individually, but not as a team. So we go on. We went to Guam for the major or for the All-Star team for the tournament, APC, Asia Pacific Tournament, or APT, and that is where, well, I didn't have a lot of opportunities because all the Japanese players are basically start the game. I think there were 8 out of 9 are Japanese, and in the whole team there were 13 players in total. So there would be five five players who are American in Hong Kong. So I'm one of them, but I didn't have a lot of opportunity to play. So I went on. So I mean, who cares at that time? Once I went to the Junior All-Star, yeah, that was in junior, and I have plenty of opportunities, which is a lot better. And then right after that, I went to Canada for 2 baseball camp. One of them is Blue Jays baseball camp. I went there, and well, a lot of the old veterans. I met Sandy Alomar Senior, Roberto Alomar. Well, I forgot the others, but you know, they make good comment about my skills and that kind of things, and they did talk about how I have the potential to be. I could be one of the top players in college in Canada, but of course I have to go back. I went back to Hong Kong and study, and of course in Hong Kong you don't get a lot of opportunity, especially when I joined an organization called Hong Kong Baseball Association, where I went there for around 5 months, and of course I didn't get a lot of opportunity because, well, there are a lot of guys there. If you want to compete, you have to stay there for very long. So, well, in the end, I broke my finger, and I told them that 4 months later I would be back to the team, but you know, they didn't listen. They kicked me out of the team, so I was like, so what? So what now? So I joined as Senior All-Star, and it was also a great experience. I was a starting left fielder every game, and then the last 4 games I played catcher. So it was, you know, it was fantastic. It was a fantastic thing for me, where I get a lot of experience and a lot of different training system with different coaches. So until now, I didn't have a lot of chance to play. Well, because I'm 18 and Hong Kong do not value about baseball, and I can't. It's not I can't find, but I really want to find a place where I can train regularly. For example, like every Saturday and Sunday, but I can't. So now I'm going to university pretty soon. So yeah, hopefully in the university I'll have plenty of chance to play. So that's all I've talked about my baseball life throughout this 11 years. And you know, go back to the gameplay where Jonny Cannon finished the showcase tournament, and of course we didn't do pretty well. We struck out 5 times, but a double. I think we're doing pretty good. So that's the end of the episode, and I will see you guys in the next one.